So there's a couple of things that are really important when we talk about the sleep process. So we have to understand that not all sleep is the same. Now, lots of people are very comfortable with the idea of, REM sleep or dream sleep and all that sort of stuff, but they actually don't know what all this means. So we sleep in cycles. So we just don't go to sleep and then wake up the next morning feeling great. There's all sorts of things that go on in our sleep that we cannot do in our wakeful hours. Keep in mind, I always love bringing this fact in, that if I deprived a rat pups totally of food or totally of sleep, they will die quicker from lack of sleep than lack of food. Now, I think that's really quite astounding, and it highlights the fact that what we do in our sleep is vital for our survival. So, how do we sleep? Well, we start off in wakefulness and then we descend into our light sleep. And we're in light sleep for a while, and then we go down into our deep sleep. And then we pop up into our dream sleep or our rapid eye movement sleep. And that is a complete sleep cycle. Light sleep, deep sleep, REM. And then we pop up into wakefulness again briefly, and then we start the cycle over again. So each sleep cycle takes about 90 to 110 minutes. It varies according to your sleep needs. And we, as adults, for a healthy sleep, we need 5 complete sleep cycles. Okay, so that's your question. Are we sleepless? Yes, we're sleepless. And so what do we do in each of those stages? Well, deep sleep is really important for our repair and restoration of our physiological systems, all right? So what happens when we go into deep sleep, if you watch somebody sleeping, and you can sort of pick the deep sleep. Now, I have watched lots of people sleeping over my time, which is a bit creepy, I think. But anyway, when they go into deep sleep, they're very quiescent, so their breathing rate goes down and their blood pressure and their nervous system activity goes right down. And so our body's then busy repairing, secreting this beautiful growth hormone and restoring our systems so that we're ready for survival the next day. Very important thing. So then we go up into our dream sleep. Now, our dream sleep is really important for our cognitive function and for our good behaviour the next day.
Making the right decisions.
Absolutely. Now, if we don't get enough of our REM sleep, we are going to find that we don't think as well, our decision making is poor, our risk taking increases, all those sorts of things that we know is associated with lack of sleep. And so when we deprive ourselves of enough sleep, we're missing out on either deep sleep or REM sleep or our light sleep. And so what happens, and what I explain to people is, when you go into sleep, when you're really tired and you haven't been sleeping enough, you've got a high sleep debt. So you will fall asleep really quickly because we've got this, as I said before, this neurotransmitter called adenosine. And that says to the brain, you've got to sleep because you're really, really tired, you're really sleepy. But after about 2 complete sleep cycles, if you haven't behaved well during the day or you haven't had good sleep behaviours before going to sleep, or you're anxious, you will wake up, which is why people wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, because their system hasn't gone down enough before they've gone to sleep.
I love that you've explained that for me. I've always wondered why it is